The Spacetime Enigma vessel, mankind's supreme creation, is a masterpiece of science fiction that weaves a tale of humanity's ultimate achievement. Set in the distant future, the story follows mankind's ambitious venture into the vast unknowns of the universe, driven by an insatiable desire to understand the very fabric of existence. The central focus is the Spacetime Enigma vessel, SEV, a revolutionary creation designed to manipulate and navigate spacetime itself, enabling humanity to transcend the limitations that once bound them to their home planet. The vessel is a technological marvel, constructed with advanced materials that harness the power of quantum fields and gravitational waves. It is capable of bending space and time to its will, allowing for instantaneous travel across vast distances that would have previously taken millennia. This mastery over spacetime is achieved through a delicate balance of theoretical physics and cutting-edge engineering, incorporating elements of black hole manipulation and wormhole creation. The vessel's creation marks a pivotal moment in the history of humanity. It is a testament to mankind's ingenuity, a product of countless generations of scientists, engineers, and visionaries who dedicated their lives to solving the mysteries of the cosmos. The SEV's design is not just about exploration. It represents humanity's evolution from a species bound to a single planet to a truly intergalactic civilization. The narrative explores the journey of the SEV's construction, from the earliest blueprints to the first successful test flight, and the challenges humanity faced in realizing such an ambitious project. The crew aboard the SEV is a diverse group of individuals, each representing different facets of human ingenuity and determination. They are not just scientists and engineers, but also philosophers, artists, and thinkers, all contributing their unique perspectives on the meaning of existence and humanity's place in the universe. Their journey aboard the vessel becomes not just a mission of exploration, but a quest for self-understanding and a deeper connection with the cosmos. As the vessel embarks on its maiden voyage, it encounters phenomena that challenge the very foundations of human knowledge. The crew faces unforeseen obstacles, from hostile alien civilizations to the unpredictable forces of space-time itself. The story delves into the psychological and philosophical impact of exploring the unknown as the crew grapples with the weight of their responsibility to the future of humanity and the ethical dilemmas that arise when manipulating such immense power. The Spacetime Enigma vessel becomes more than just a ship. It becomes a symbol of mankind's potential, a beacon of hope and a reminder of the infinite possibilities that lie ahead. As the crew journeys further into the depths of space, they begin to uncover secrets about the universe that were once thought to be beyond human comprehension. Their discoveries challenge everything they thought they knew about reality, time, and existence itself. Ultimately, the vessel represents mankind's unyielding pursuit of knowledge and understanding. The narrative poses a question of whether humanity is ready for the power it has unlocked. As the crew faces the consequences of their discoveries, they must decide how to wield this newfound power responsibly. The Spacetime Enigma vessel is not just a vessel of exploration, but a reflection of humanity's eternal struggle to balance ambition with wisdom and the responsibility that comes with harnessing such vast and incomprehensible forces. In the end, the Spacetime Enigma vessel serves as a testament to mankind's resilience and creativity, highlighting potential for humanity to overcome any obstacle when driven by a collective desire to explore, understand, and ultimately transcend the boundaries of its existence. The story leaves readers contemplating the future of mankind, its place in the cosmos, and the enduring question of whether humanity is truly ready for the limitless possibilities it has unlocked. As the Spacetime Enigma vessel ventures deeper into the unknown regions of the universe, it becomes clear that the journey is not just about discovering new worlds or unlocking cosmic secrets. It is also a reflection of humanity's enduring spirit. The crew's encounters with bizarre, otherworldly phenomena test not only their scientific knowledge but their emotional resilience, forcing them to confront their own fears, doubts, and the very essence of what it means to be human in a boundless and indifferent universe. Throughout the voyage, the vessel itself is almost a character in its own right, an enigmatic creation that seems to grow and evolve with every leap into the unknown. The technologies aboard the SEV are constantly evolving in response to the unpredictable forces of spacetime, revealing new features and capabilities that defy understanding. This perpetual state of discovery fosters a sense of awe among the crew, who are reminded that even though they have reached the pinnacle of technological achievement, there is always more to learn, more to understand, and more to question. As the crew ventures beyond the boundaries of the known universe, they encounter alien civilizations that challenge their preconceptions of life, intelligence, and culture. These alien species are vastly different from humanity in both form and function, yet their interactions with the crew spark philosophical debates about the nature of sentience, communication, and cooperation. Some of these encounters are peaceful, while others are fraught with conflict and misunderstanding. Through these interactions, the story explores the potential for both unity and division in a universe filled with diverse life forms, each with their own values and beliefs. In one such encounter, the crew is forced to grapple with the ethical dilemma whether they should intervene in the development of an alien society, one that is on the brink of a major evolutionary shift. The SCV's immense capabilities allow them to influence the course of the society's history, but the consequences of such interference are unknown. Should they respect the autonomy of another species, or does their advanced knowledge place them in a position of responsibility to guide the alien civilization toward a better future? The crew debates these issues at length, with no easy answers, reflecting the complexities and uncertainties that come with possessing such vast power. The deeper the crew explores the cosmos, the more they come to realize that the universe itself is far more mysterious than they could have ever anticipated. Time, space, and reality itself appear to be far more fluid and interconnected than the theories of physics that once guided human understanding could explain. The crew is forced to confront unsettling truths about the very nature of existence, including the possibility that the universe may be far older and more complex than humanity had ever imagined, with layers of history and dimensions that are hidden just beyond their reach. One of the most profound discoveries comes when the crew stumbles upon an ancient artifact, something that predates even the earliest known civilizations of the universe. This artifact, though inert and seemingly lifeless, hold within it the key to understanding the true nature of space-time and the interconnectedness of all things. As they study the artifact, they unlock clues that point to the existence of an ancient race of beings, one that may have had the ability to. Through space-time, one thing becomes clear. The greatest enigma of all lies not in the vast unknown of the cosmos, but in the infinite possibilities that lie ahead for the human spirit. Progress. The crew, though scattered across different corners of the earth, remains forever connected by their shared experience, each having come to understand that the true journey was not the one that took them to the stars, but the one that led them to understand the depths of their own humanity. The universe, with all its infinite possibilities, remains open to them. But the crew understands now that their true mission is not to conquer the cosmos, but to coexist within it, respecting the vast unknown, embracing the responsibilities of their discoveries, and guiding humanity toward a future where knowledge is pursued not for power or glory, but for the collective good of all. And so, the Spacetime Enigma vessel becomes more than just a symbol of humanity's technological prowess. It becomes a reminder of the lessons learned, the dangers faced, and the choices made. The journey may have ended, but the quest for understanding of the universe, of humanity, and of the self continues. As the dust settles and the Spacetime Enigma vessel is retired, the crew's reflections on their journey continue to shape their futures, and those of humanity. While they have returned to Earth, their experiences in the far reaches of space-time have left an indelible mark on them, as well as on society at large. The weight of their decisions is not something easily shaken, and each member of the crew grapples with the repercussions in different ways. Some have taken on new roles as advisors in the newly established governing body that oversees humanity's exploration of space-time, guiding policy and ethical considerations as Earth navigates this new frontier. Others have stepped away from the public eye, seeking a quieter existence, knowing that the knowledge they possess is both a gift and a heavy burden. The governing body, formed in response to the crew's wisdom, becomes a crucial part of humanity's future. It is composed not only of political leaders and scientists, but also of philosophers, ethicists, and thinkers from all cultures, each tasked with ensuring that the immense knowledge of space-time manipulation is used responsibly. They begin to craft global agreements and regulations for the responsible use of this newfound power, balancing the desire for discovery with the need to protect the integrity of space-time and ensure that humanity's reach does not exceed its grasp. In the years that follow, Earth begins to change. The scientific community flourishes, with new technologies emerging based on the principles uncovered by the crew of the SEV. Humanity begins to explore new dimensions, uncovering long-lost cosmic artifacts and tapping into the power of space-time. But the governing body ensures that these advancements are shared cautiously and with great consideration. There are still challenges. Some nations push for greater control over the knowledge, and factions arise that seek to exploit the power of space-time for personal or political gain. However, the seeds of a global consensus begin to take root, reminding the world that the true power of knowledge lies not just in the ability to manipulate the universe, but in the wisdom to use it with humility. The philosophical impact of the Spacetime Enigma vessel journey is perhaps the most profound. Humanity begins to wrestle with questions about its place in the universe, its relationship with time and reality, and its capacity for self-determination. The vessel's journey and the discoveries it led to force humanity to confront its own identity, not just as a species, but as individuals. The idea that humanity can alter the fabric of space-time calls into question what it means to be human, and what it means to live in a universe that is no longer understood as static or predictable. Some of the crew members, who once believed that humanity's destiny was to push forward, full speed ahead, are now more cautious in their worldview. They recognize that the very act of exploring the unknown holds inherent risks, not only for themselves but for all of existence. The knowledge they uncovered has given them a greater appreciation for the mysteries of the universe and the importance of respecting the forces they've learned to manipulate. They work tirelessly to ensure that this respect is woven into the fabric of society, arguing for a balanced approach that honors the unknown, the mystery, and the wonder of exploration. Meanwhile, some members of the crew, especially those who have been part of the faction advocating for independence, find themselves revisiting the ideals that once fueled their journey. They push for more aggressive exploration, believing that the potential of space-time manipulation should be fully realized for the betterment of humanity. Their debates with others in the governing body create tension, but also provide an important check on the drive for progress at any cost. This dialogue becomes essential as humanity continues its path forward. There are some moments of joy as well. The first human colony established on another planet, built with the help of the knowledge gleaned from the Spacetime Enigma vessel, flourishes. This marks the beginning of humanity's expansion beyond Earth, a slow but steady migration into the cosmos. The colony is not without its struggles, but it represents the hope and ambition that drive humanity to seek new frontiers. Other planets are surveyed, and the potential for establishing interstellar relationships, perhaps even with other alien civilizations, becomes an area of intense interest. In parallel, Earth undergoes a period of introspection. The global political landscape shifts as people from different cultures, influenced by the crew's journey and the ethical conversations surrounding space-time, begin to forge deeper connections. There is a push for more global unity, as a realization dawns that humanity now shares a common responsibility to protect not only the Earth but the integrity of the universe itself. The idea that every action in space-time could have lasting, ripple effects leads to a new era of cooperation, one where humanity acknowledges that their actions have consequences beyond their planet. And then, there is a question that lingers for all. What does humanity truly seek? Is it to conquer the universe, or is it to understand it? Is a pursuit of knowledge an end in itself, or is a true purpose to live with wisdom, humility, and a sense of responsibility? The crew, despite their monumental achievements, is left with these lingering questions, ones that cannot be answered with technology alone. The story of the Spacetime Enigma vessel becomes more than just a tale of adventure, science, and discovery. It becomes a legacy, one that pushes humanity to reckon with its past, present, and future. As the crew watches humanity's first steps beyond the solar system, they know that they have set in motion a new era, one where humanity must learn, adapt, and grow. The journey of the SEV is not just about the scientific discoveries made or the alien civilizations encountered. It is about humanity's internal journey, the journey to understand the very nature of existence, and to navigate the complexities of power, responsibility, and choice. In the end, the Spacetime Enigma vessel may have reached the furthest boundaries of the universe, but the journey has led to a deeper understanding. The most important discoveries are not those found in the farthest reaches of space, but those made within the hearts and minds of the explorers themselves. As Earth looks toward the stars, and humanity continues its voyage, will eventually find its place among the stars, not as mere pawns in a cosmic game, but as beings who have a capacity to shape their own fate. The final decision is not without consequences. As the Spacetime Enigma vessel departs from the Elfraz domain, the crew is acutely aware of the dangers that lie ahead. The power to manipulate spacetime is immense, and the risk of destabilizing the fabric of the universe remains ever present. But they also know that they have chosen a path that will allow humanity to grow and evolve on its own terms. The journey of the Spacetime Enigma vessel has come to an end, but humanity's story, one of exploration, self-discovery, and boundless potential, has only just begun. As the vessel sails back toward Earth, the crew reflects on their journey. They have not only discovered the vastness of the universe, but have also come to understand the immense responsibility that comes with exploring the unknown. They have unlocked the secrets of space-time, yet they know that the true mystery lies in humanity's ability to use this knowledge wisely. The Spacetime Enigma vessel, once a symbol of mankind's technological prowess, now represents something more, a reminder that the greatest voyage of all is not the one that takes us to the farthest reaches of the universe, but the journey within toward understanding who we are and who we aspire to be. And so, the vessel continues on, its legacy etched into the annals of history, a testament to mankind's enduring spirit and its unyielding quest for meaning in an infinite, ever-changing cosmos. As the Space-Time Enigma vessel moves back toward Earth, the crew finds themselves both invigorated and burdened by the knowledge they've gained. The vastness of the cosmos now feels both awe-inspiring and terrifying, with the crew more aware than ever of the delicate balance between exploration and the responsibility that comes with it. The decision they made to reject the Elfra's guidance weighs heavily on their minds. They understand that the future they have chosen is fraught with peril, yet it is undeniably theirs to shape. The return journey is not without its challenges. The effects of manipulating space-time have left their mark on both the vessel and its crew. Temporal distortions continue to plague their path, with the crew encountering strange phenomena that seem to bend the very nature of time and reality. Moments from their past, present, and future flicker before them, creating a surreal and disorienting experience. The vessel, once a beacon of technological triumph, now feels like an isolated fragment of a larger, more incomprehensible reality. Every jump through space-time brings them closer to home, but also further away from the certainties they once held about the universe. Despite the unknowns that lie ahead, the crew begins to feel a deep sense of camaraderie and unity. The journey has forged unbreakable bonds between them, and they now see each other not just as colleagues or explorers, but as fellow travelers on a shared odyssey. Each member has experienced the universe in their own way, and each has come to realize that humanity's future is not something that can be dictated by any single entity, be it a superior alien race, the remnants of forgotten civilization, or even the unyielding forces of nature. The future is theirs to mold, and it is this collective realization that drives them forward. But the return to Earth is not the end of the story. When the SEV finally reaches the planet, they are greeted not as triumphant heroes, but as individuals who have changed the course of human history. Their mission has had far-reaching consequences. The knowledge they have uncovered about space-time, the secrets of the Elfra, and the potential for humanity to manipulate these forces are now on the brink of being revealed to the world. Yet, the crew knows that the truth cannot be easily contained. The discoveries they have made will likely spark a new age of exploration, one that could usher in both incredible advancements and unforeseen risks. As they debrief with Earth's leaders, the crew faces an ethical dilemma. The Elfra had warned them about the dangers of humanity gaining too much knowledge too quickly, and the crew cannot ignore the potential for misuse of their discoveries. Earth, with all its divisions and conflicts, may not be ready for the immense power that comes with understanding space-time at such a profound level. Despite the ideals they fought for during their mission, the belief that humanity should be free to chart its own path, they now recognize the fragility of their society. The knowledge they bring back could either unite mankind in an era of unprecedented progress or divide the planet into factions vying for control of this cosmic power. With this in mind, the crew advocates for a cautious approach. They suggest that humanity must first reckon with the knowledge they have obtained and address the ethical and philosophical questions surrounding their newfound capabilities. Should humanity attempt to unlock the mysteries of the universe with the same reckless abandon they once did, or should they take a more measured approach, one that incorporates the lessons learned from their journey? Some factions on Earth argue for the immediate and unrestricted release of the knowledge, eager to push humanity into a new era of technological and scientific dominance. Others, especially those who have been deeply impacted by the crew's experiences with the Elfra, call for caution, urging the global community to slow down and ensure that humanity has the moral and philosophical frameworks in place to deal with the consequences of manipulating space-time. As the debate rages on, the crew continues to struggle with their own internal conflicts. Some are eager to share their discoveries, confident that humanity can handle the responsibility, while others fear that the very act of sharing this knowledge might lead to humanity's downfall. The weight of their decision begins to feel even more pronounced, as they realize that they are not just the keepers of incredible knowledge, they are also the stewards of humanity's future. The crew ultimately proposes a middle ground, the establishment of a new governing body, one that includes representatives from all nations, scientific communities, and philosophical thought leaders, tasked with overseeing the responsible exploration of space-time manipulation. This body would be empowered to make decisions about how and when such knowledge should be shared, and under what circumstances it could be used. They argue that humanity's future in the cosmos should be a collective decision, shaped by wisdom, caution, and a shared understanding of the responsibilities that come with such power. The decision to create this governing body is met with mixed reactions. While many see it as a necessary step toward ensuring that humanity does not repeat the mistakes of the past, others view it as an obstacle to progress, believing that such oversight could stifle innovation and the potential for discovery. But as the debate continues, the crew feels a sense of relief. They have taken the first step toward ensuring that humanity's greatest discovery is not squandered or abused. As the story draws to a close, the Spacetime Enigma vessel, now a symbol of humanity's greatest achievement, is retired from active duty. Its legacy lives on, not just in the scientific advancements it has made possible, but in the philosophical and ethical questions it has raised about the role of knowledge and the nature of the Elthra, risking their own extinction or domination by a superior race. Or should they challenge this alien race, fueled by the desire to preserve humanity's independence and safeguard the progress they have made? As the story nears a conclusion, the crew reaches a point of no return. Their actions may lead to an unprecedented alliance or a devastating war with the Elthra. The choices they make will not only affect the future of humanity but could reshape the very structure of space-time itself. Some members of the crew, seeing potential for collaboration, propose a joint effort to explore the mysteries of the universe together. Others, embittered by the Elthra's condescending attitude toward humanity, believe that they must assert their autonomy and fight for the right to make their own discoveries. Ultimately, the Spacetime Enigma vessel becomes a vessel not only of exploration but a profound philosophical reflection. The journey challenges the crew to consider the limits of human ambition, the ethical implications of wielding such extraordinary power, and the true meaning of progress. As they face the ancient alien race, their own inner conflicts reach a boiling point, forcing them to examine whether humanity's pursuit of knowledge is an end in itself, or if it is merely a stepping stone toward a greater, more enlightened understanding of their place in the universe. In the final moments of the story, the crew's actions lead to a moment of profound revelation. Whether they succeed or fail in their encounter with the Elthra, they come to understand that the true journey of the Spacetime Enigma vessel is not one of conquering the universe, but of mastering themselves. It is a journey of self-awareness, of recognizing both the vast potential and the dangerous hubris that comes with wielding the power to shape space-time. The legacy of the SEV will not just be its scientific accomplishments, but the lessons it imparts about the nature of power, responsibility, and the infinite quest for understanding. As the crew of the Spacetime Enigma vessel moves toward the climactic confrontation with the ancient Elthra, the weight of their decisions becomes ever more pressing. With the future of humanity, and potentially the entire universe, hanging in the balance, the crew find themselves at a crossroads. Their journey has shifted from one of scientific curiosity to an existential struggle that asks fundamental questions about humanity's place in the cosmos, its capacity for growth, and its readiness to face the consequences of its own ingenuity. In the final stages of their journey, the SEV enters a region of space where the very fabric of space-time becomes increasingly unstable. Temporal anomalies grow more frequent, and reality itself seems to warp and twist around them. It is in this chaotic space that the crew encounters the Elthra for the first time, not as an abstract signal but as a fully realized force, a race that has not only mastered space-time manipulation but has transcended physical form. The Elthra exists in a state that seems almost like pure energy, their consciousness woven seamlessly into the fabric of space-time itself. The Elthra are both awe-inspiring and terrifying. Their appearance is not one of solid bodies, but a fluctuating, shifting presence that seems to ripple through multiple dimensions at once. They communicate through direct thought transmission, bypassing language entirely. Through this interaction, the crew experiences a glimpse of the Elthra's collective consciousness, a vast, interconnected web of intelligence and awareness that spans not just space, but time itself. To the crew, it feels as though they are standing at the threshold of ultimate knowledge, and yet this realization comes with an overwhelming sense of insignificance. The Elthra possess wisdom so vast that it dwarfs human comprehension, and in their presence, humanity seems fragile and unprepared. Despite the alien race's imposing presence, the crew is not entirely passive in their encounter. Some members attempt to negotiate with the Elthra, arguing that humanity, while imperfect, has proven itself capable of great innovation and progress. They insist that the mistakes of the past do not define their future, and that humanity deserves a chance to forge its own path in the universe, free from the shadow of such an advanced civilization. Others, however, believe that the Elthra's intervention is inevitable, that humanity cannot be trusted with the power to manipulate space-time without consequences, and the galaxy would be better off if humanity were to be kept in check. The Elthra, in their vast and incomprehensible way, listen to these arguments, and after what feels like an eternity, they present the crew with a choice. They can either accept the Elthra's guidance, allowing the alien race to share their knowledge and, in return, bind humanity to a set of cosmic laws that would prevent them from further tampering with the fundamental forces of the universe. Or they can choose to reject the Elthra's intervention and face the consequences alone. The Elthra warn that, without this guidance, humanity is on the brink of a catastrophic event, a destabilization of space-time itself that could unravel the very structure of the universe. In this moment, the crew is faced with a profound moral dilemma: to accept the Elthra's wisdom and safeguard the future of all life, but at the cost of their independence, or to risk everything and pursue their own destiny, unbound by external influence, even if it means facing the unknown consequences of their actions. The decision is not an easy one. As the crew debates among themselves, a deep divide forms. Some argue that the very essence of humanity lies in its freedom to explore, to take risks, and to chart its own course, flaws and all. They believe that the future should be shaped by humanity's own decisions, even if those decisions come with unforeseen costs. Others, particularly those who have witnessed the unfathomable power and intelligence of the Elthra, argue that survival is paramount. They believe that accepting the Elthra's guidance is the only way to ensure that humanity's great achievements do not spiral into a cosmic disaster. In the final moments of this decision-making process, something unexpected occurs. One of the crew members, previously a staunch advocate for independence, has a vision while interacting with the Elthra. In this vision, they experience the entirety of human history, past, present, and future, all at once. They witness humanity's struggles, its triumphs, and its failures. They see the potential for greatness and the possibility for destruction, but they also perceive something deeper, the intrinsic value of human choice. The vision reveals that the future of humanity is not predetermined. It is shaped by the choices made in the present. The crew member realizes that the universe is not a fixed entity, and that even the smallest decision can send ripples through space-time, altering the course of events in ways that cannot be predicted. It is this understanding that leads them to believe that the only true path forward for humanity is to embrace the uncertainty of their own future. With this newfound insight, the crew decides to reject the Elthra's offer of cosmic guidance. They realize that while they may not have all the answers, humanity's strength lies in its ability to confront the unknown and adapt. The Elthra, impressed by the crew's resolve, grant them one final gift, a glimpse into the future, showing that humanity, while struggling, manipulate space-time long before humanity. The crew is left with a haunting question. If these beings had such knowledge, why did they vanish? What lessons can humanity learn from their rise and fall? The mystery surrounding the artifact propels the crew to explore further into the depths of space, guided by a sense of both awe and trepidation. The deeper they venture, the more the boundaries between time, space, and consciousness blur, and they begin to realize that they may be on the cusp of discovering the fundamental truth about existence itself. This discovery has a potential to alter the course of human history, but it also comes with immense risks. The crew must weigh the cost of their curiosity against the potential for chaos and destruction if their findings fall into the wrong hands. As the story reaches its climax, the crew is faced with a monumental decision. They must choose whether to share their discoveries with the rest of humanity, risking the possibility of widespread chaos and conflict as different factions vie for control of the knowledge, or to safeguard the secrets they have uncovered, possibly denying humanity the chance to transcend its current limitations. This choice represents the ultimate test of mankind's character and maturity. Are humans ready for the power that comes with such understanding, or are they doomed to repeat the mistakes of their past? The Spacetime Enigma vessel ultimately explores the tension between ambition and responsibility, the desire for knowledge, and the recognition of its potential dangers. The story leaves readers with a sense of wonder and unease, contemplating the vastness of the universe and humanity's place within it. The vessel is both a triumph of human ingenuity and a cautionary tale, a symbol of mankind's boundless potential and the heavy responsibility that comes with it. As the crew faces the unknown, they come to understand that the true journey is not one of discovery, but of self-realization. It is not the destination that matters, but the choices they make along the way, and the wisdom they gain in the process. In the end, the Spacetime Enigma vessel is not just a ship, but a reflection of mankind's greatest triumphs and its deepest vulnerabilities. It is a reminder that while humanity may be capable of creating wonders that defy imagination, it is a human heart and mind that will ultimately determine whether they rise to their highest potential or fall victim to their own limitations. As the narrative unfolds further, the crew aboard the Spacetime Enigma vessel begins to recognize that their journey is not merely a mission of scientific exploration, but a deeper metaphysical quest. Each jump through space-time seems to lead not only to new regions of the universe, but also to a greater understanding of themselves. The vessel itself, with its complex technology and mysterious capabilities, becomes an ever-evolving enigma, one that reflects the unpredictable nature of both the cosmos and human ambition. Despite their advancements, the crew is faced with the inescapable truth that knowledge and power often come at a cost. Some members begin to question the ethics of their voyage, whether it is truly right to push the boundaries of space-time manipulation and exploration when the consequences are unknown. The risks of interacting with forces so immense become more apparent as they experience strange anomalies that defy the very laws of physics. The boundaries of time itself start to blur, with fleeting glimpses of alternate realities, futures, and pasts. These temporal fractures suggest that their actions may not only be impacting the present, but could reverberate across multiple timelines. As the crew confronts these strange, time-warping phenomena, they realize that they may be dealing with something far greater than just a manipulation of space-time. They are tapping into the very essence of reality itself. The SCV's power to navigate through the fabric of existence has opened a door to realms that are not constrained by linear time or conventional spatial dimensions. In these moments, they glimpse into the very nature of the universe, as though they are standing on the precipice of an ultimate understanding that transcends the limits of human cognition. The crew is forced to grapple with the terrifying possibility that their pursuit of knowledge may be unraveling the very fabric of the universe. Each step forward seems to bring them closer to understanding, but it also brings them closer to the unknown consequences of manipulating such fundamental forces. The danger is not just external. It lies within their very actions, and the psychological toll of such responsibility weighs heavily on each individual. Relationships among the crew members become strained, as the immense pressure and the existential weight of their discoveries begin to fray their sense of camaraderie. One crew member, once an unflinching believer in the potential of humanity to conquer the universe, begins to question whether mankind is truly prepared to handle such power. This individual, driven by fear of what the SCV's discoveries may unleash, argues that their journey should come to an end before it is too late. A growing faction forms, advocating for the cessation of the vessel's missions and the isolation of the knowledge they have uncovered. They fear that their very existence might be a part of some grand design, and their interference in the natural course of the universe could bring about untold catastrophe. Meanwhile, others remain steadfast, believing that the pursuit of knowledge is an inherent part of human nature, and they argue that the knowledge they have gained should be shared with the rest of humanity. However, this comes with its own set of dangers. They must contend with the possibility that different factions on Earth, each with their own motives and ideals, might misuse the incredible discoveries for their own gain. With the Space-Time Enigma vessel's secrets potentially in the hands of those unprepared for the true power of space-time manipulation, the consequences of such knowledge could destabilize civilization. As the tension grows between these opposing ideologies, an external force enters the picture, an ancient alien race, long believed to have been extinct. Their existence, once a mere footnote in human history, is now confirmed through a strange signal intercepted by the SCV. This race, capable of manipulating space-time with an elegance and sophistication far beyond humanity's current understanding, appears to have left a legacy scattered across the cosmos, an enigmatic blueprint for mastering the fundamental forces of the universe. However, these beings, known as the Elfra, are not interested in sharing their secrets willingly. The crew of the SEV faces an overwhelming dilemma. They must decide whether to confront this ancient civilization with the potential for war, or to attempt communication and seek knowledge from them. The Elfra, upon discovering that humanity has reached the point of manipulating space-time, view this as a critical juncture for the species. They recognize the dangers inherent in such power and may see humanity's rapid rise as a threat to the delicate balance of the universe. The Elfra's actions force the crew to confront their own humanity. Are they ready to confront an ancient, highly advanced civilization that might be centuries ahead in understanding the very forces they have just unlocked? This development adds another layer of complexity to the crew's moral quandary. Should they try to learn from